Hi there, my name's Andy Sykes, otherwise known as hexjibber. I'm a award-winning animator and I also teach Flash animation in universities and colleges here in the UK. This is my website, hexjibber.com, and here's the lesson. Hi, and welcome to my lesson on using bones in Flash CS5. There are two different ways of using bones in Flash. One is using bones with shapes, and the other is using bones with symbols. First off, I'm going to show you how to use bones with shapes in Flash. You can see that I've separated all the bits of this lovely green robot I've drawn onto different layers. So if I zoom in up here, you can see there's a right arm, left arm, etc. And I've just drawn this using the shape tool, and I've done it with object drawing turned off. That's really important. You can't use bones in Flash with grouped objects or object drawing. If I double click on that, it has to be just drawn straight into the scene. So when you click on it, it's all sparkly like that. Not part of a group or object drawing. First off, it's really important to select all of your object. So if it's filled with a stroke on it, like I've got here, you can just double click and you'll get the whole lot. Or you could go Control A or Command A on the Mac to select all. So you can see I've got all of my arms selected there. And next up, I need to grab my bone tool from over here in the toolbar. And it's pretty easy to do. First off, I'm going to draw the bone from where the shoulder would be. So I just drag out a bone to the center of my shape. And you can see next up, it's going to draw a box around my shape, like so. That means that it's converted it to an armature, which you can see up here. I just zoom in on that. What it's done is it's taken the left arm out of the left arm layer and converted it to an armature and put it in a new layer called armature 2. Now I can rename that layer armature left arm, and you have to stick underscores in, otherwise Flash shouts at you. So you can't leave any spaces in the name of your armature. And I can delete my left arm because you can see that it's empty. It's just a white empty keyframe. So now my left arm sits on this armature layer. So next up we need to draw the second half of our bone. So we can draw that out from the middle point there. And now we should have two bones. One from the shoulder into the elbow and one from the elbow to where the hand would be. So now we have control over this object. And because we're using shapes, Flash can deform the object and make it stretch and squash in various different ways. So if I grab this point in my bone with the selection tool up here, like so, you can see the Flash will start bending it as if it were an arm, with this as the elbow and pivoting from here at the shoulder. And you can see that I can stretch that around like so, and it acts kind of like an arm. And that's pretty cool. Next up, I'm going to show you how to constrain your bones, because at the moment I can actually bend my arm backwards in a way that wouldn't be possible if it was actually an arm. So I really only want it to be able to bend this way, like he's going, I am strong, like that. Okay, so if we go over here to our properties, I might zoom in a bit, you can see that we've got joint rotation enabled, and there's something here that says constrain. So I'm going to tick that, and it's going to come up with -45 as the minimum and 45 as the max. Now I'm going to leave it on those presets just to begin with. I'm going to zoom back out and then zoom in. Here you can see that we've got a little sort of pie shape at the elbow. And you can see what we've done is we've constrained the second bone here and the joint between it and the first bone. So we're getting this pie shape. That means that it's been constrained at an angle of 45 degrees. So if I zoom back out again, I'm going to try and bend my arm backwards like we were doing before. And you can see that Flash won't let me. I can't bend it backwards as if it had no elbow. I can only bend it forwards, like so. So you could wave and say hello like that. Or he could have his arm down by his side, but I can't bend it backwards in an unrealistic way. So that's constraining. Next up, I'm going to show you how to animate your bones or your armatures. So I'll see you in the next lesson. Hey, if you've enjoyed this lesson, why not consider checking out my website, hexjibber.com, where you can also buy my book, the Hexjibber Colouring and Activity Book. You can buy it in the UK, US, Germany, France, Japan, from Amazon and other good stores.